Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone that taught us the truth. Salutations to the hopefully elect out there pushing this word in truth, sincerity, and indeed. We are the great millstone branch here in Chicago, coming at you some more of it. And y'all know what it is. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 28:8. Unlock this phone. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right. What happened? You got a death toll of over 20,000 over there in Turkey and Syria, man. Yeah. That was a massive judgment that happened, all right?
And it was a chariot that flew over. They left that part out.
Yep, right.
They left that part out. It was a chariot that flew over before that. Somebody get Isaiah 29:6. Right before that earthquake hit.
Got it.
There was a massive chariot that flew over, and they're calling it some weird shit that they just made up.
Right.
Some cloud formation bullshit. It was a damn chariot, man. And it flew over, and it made itself known to everybody. And see, that's the thing. These chariots are making themselves known more and more every day, man. And read the scripture.
Isaiah 29:6.
Come.
Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
And right after that hit, then a crazy storm hit Israel. So the chariot came, and then the earthquakes came and killed 20,000 people, and then a flood hit Israel and fucked it all up. All right? And I can't wait for the Lord to send them chariots to do that shit over here.
That's right.
And they get the green light to do that shit over here, man. To these proud-ass Westerners, man.
This is the book of Amos 3:7. It says, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Right. Yahweh Shemashah has given his men the secrets, to understand what? The prophecies. Revelations 13:16, which a lot of you camps don't bring out, the UFOs.
And I guarantee you, look, so out in California, they're talking about earthquake buildings. You can't make no building earthquake proof from the Lord, man.
Right.
Hell, and I was there when that 7.2 hit and brought down that section of the Bay Bridge. Matter of fact, that's the shit that made me. I knew I was coming back to Chicago after that shit. I was like, I'm the fuck out of here. I came home, all my shit on the walls was on the floor, all my furniture was rearranged and shit. I was like, fuck this, I'm the fuck out of here, man.
Right.
All right? You ain't, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. It ain't a goddamn building in Chicago that's built earthquake proof.
Right.
When the Lord finally allows that to happen here, it's 20,000 dead in Turkey. It's gonna be 200,000 or 300,000 dead down here.
That's right.
When all these damn buildings come down and start falling into each other and collapsing on top of itself, then when it falls, them damn all them places along the river, all them walls, the underground Wacker Drive, gonna fucking flood. People gonna be drowning in shit.
These trains.
And all that water gonna come into the train, into the damn train lines and drown and electrocute them motherfuckers down there. They gonna down there. They gonna drown in all that filth in the damn in all that sewer bullshit and rats that's down in them damn tunnels underground where these trains go, man. I can't wait for the Lord to bring that kind of chaos. Man, you gonna go to the train, it's gonna be water up to the top of the stairs. You ain't gonna be able to go down that bitch, man. And you gonna see a little Edomite baby and his mama floating to the top with a rat swimming by. Rat is fine.
Surfing on them. Verse 8, it says, the lion has roared, who will not fear? The Lord Yahweh Shemashah has spoken, who can but prophesy? As the elder was going into, you have a lot of proud Westerners over here in America, especially you women, That's why Yahweh Shemashah has to bring this destruction. As the money river always say, you can't put shit and call it a summer.
Yeah, that's like trying to make a hoe into a housewife, which a lot of you cats in the West are trying to do, man.
These
300 plus body bitches.
And they glorify that, man.
And then you trying to make her a housewife, man. You want your child to come out of that polluted womb to get all them other men's DNA all over this
Be
shit?
like that nigga.
Fuck wrong with you, man?
Ortiz.
Exactly.
Yeah, nigga.
Right. Gonna leave a wholesome 50 body bra to go be with a 10,000 body bra. Hell wrong with you, man?
Recorded.
You notice I said a wholesome 50.
Wholesome.
Well, she only had 50.
So 50 guys awesome now.
This is where we at.
This what? Hey, listen, man.
God
You
damn.
know?
That is a low number, man. Look, but
Right, between high
It's
school,
rough.
college, and professional life, between work, about 50.
Hundreds.
All right?
and I had seen
And
it
but you're gonna lead your wholesome 50 body wife to go be with a 10,000 body wife.
On camera. Like, you
Yeah,
right.
Jenna Jameson. Yeah, that's yes. And I had seen this video. It was a 14-year-old girl talking about she had 42 bodies at the age of
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
God damn.
America.
It's truly over, man.
Welcome to America.
Look, when I was coming up, 14-year-old bras was virgin for the most part, man. You know, the average age for you to lose your virginity in the 70s and 80s was like, for girls it was 15, for boys it was like 16. That was the average. And that was pretty much the standard across the board. I started a little bit younger, but most people started right about there, man. Now, like you said, they ain't even made it to 15, 16, you know, and they veterans. Hell, I remember right down here on this goddamn train, right down here on the red line, I think I was probably about 29, 30 years old, swole as fuck. All right, looking good.
Gotta put that
and
part
look,
on.
and look, and a bunch of little high school bitches get on the train, right?
Oh yes.
So little broad star, she a senior in high school, started sizing me up. And I told her, I said, don't you think I'm a little old for you? The little broad told me I could teach you a thing or two. And then you know what? I thought to myself, probably little bitch probably could. But you know, I wasn't about to go there. I just, I kept it moving. But nevertheless, man, times have changed.
Yes, they have.
Times have
You
changed,
already
man.
know, too younger man in China, these hoes be ready, man.
Con, it's the book of Psalms, chapter 57 and verse 1. To the chief musician, St. Altashir, a Mitchum of David, when he fled from Saul in the cave. It say, be merciful unto me, O Most High, be merciful unto me. For my soul trusteth in thee, yea, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge, until these calamities be overpassed. Right? And all these calamities coming to the west, all right, we see them across the world. All right, but then when they hit here, they gonna hit heavy, man. And the only refuge, the only protection, the only defense we gonna have is the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
That's right. Because it's gonna start like any other storm. The storm usually just don't start, boom, it start off slow and it builds up. And you can pretty much tell in most cases if it's gonna be bad or not, because you can see how dark it gets. If it don't get like super crazy dark, it's gonna be light. But when it gets like dark, when all of a sudden you go from like, it's like, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, all of a sudden it look like it's the sun about to go down, that's gonna be a bad, and when those calamities come, they gonna come like that woman in travail, and then they just gonna keep coming and keep coming, right? They're already talking about another HN thing, all right, that they expect to come, and they already got the juice form,
Yeah.
pre-made.
Pre-made, yeah.
They already, we know, it's gonna happen. We can predict it's gonna happen, and we're ready already.
Right.
What kind of, exactly.
That's
So
that
you know
auto
exactly
Avenging.
what the disease is gonna be, and you already have the remedy for it.
Right. Which, hey,
That's not suspicious at all.
right. It's gonna be more myocarditis.
That's normal. All right.
Fuck out of here, man.
And then if I say something, they're gonna start screaming I'm an anti-Semite.
I got one of my coworkers. My coworker, she has to take these pills every day because her blood keeps clotting up. She said, I gotta take these pills for the rest of my life.
Oh, so she's a victim of the blood clot 19.
Yeah, all my coworkers.
And I know that it's somebody in her family and one of her friends, or the prophets on the YouTube, on the social media, was telling you not to do it.
Oh,
So, and I'm willing to bet too that same medicine that she has to take comes from China, and China about to cut everything the fuck off.
Oh yes.
Oh,
So
my
guess
God.
what's gonna happen to her?
oh my
Her
God.
ass gonna die, and she might reanimate like that fucking beetle. Did y'all see that video
That fungus.
with that? And that's funny. Now they,
That
and that's,
Last of Us.
they
Yeah.
look, and that's just it.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
whole
yeah.
HN
Right.
thing
Right.
is connected to a fungus.
Right. Yep.
All right. So you got some beetle that's dead and gutted out, but its skeleton, its frame is getting up, moving
Yep.
around and shit.
It's still animated.
So, and so it's like put 2 and 2 together. All right. So these people that all these people that are victim of the vaccinant of the the vaccinants of the blood clot 19. When these motherfuckers drop, they might start reanimating, man. And they ain't been showing you 40 years, no longer than that, man. I think the Night of the Living Dead, the very first one came out in 1969. No, in that one in black and white, when the Jake saved everybody and killed all the zombies. Then he lived through the whole movie to save everybody. Then he gets shot by a fucking cop.
Wow.
Like he a zombie.
Wow.
Yeah. Right.
It was for helping them crack.
Yeah. But he was literally the hero of the damn movie.
Man, I would've took me a white woman and ran.
He had a little white broad behind him the whole time.
Yeah, I took that little white broad and ran.
Right.
Fuck these niggas.
But man, his only weapon was a damn tire iron. So all the zombies walking around like this, so you gonna shoot the dude with a tire iron. Get the fuck out. When those zombies picking up weapons, man. And you know it was a damn devil that shot him.
Of course.
Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Ezekiel 33 and 33. It says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. Right, you got the men of the Lord, throughout the four corners of the world right now telling you, that what is coming. The prophecies, the MOTB, the accident, all these different things. The men of the Lord is telling you these different things. But when that time do come, a lot of people's gonna understand, oh wow, those guys are telling the truth. But it's gonna be too late.
The evidence of stupidity and the hard-headedness of Jake is unphenomenal, man. I mean it's beyond phenomenal. I was just watching some of the bros. They sent me to the video. It was an old video. One of the bros that just died. And bros get down in this video. They was doing their thing. And I'm looking and I'm like, man, without even talking to each other, how in sync they are when they start doing what they do.
Oh, yes.
And I'm like, damn, I'm like, these motherfuckers on point. But they can't be on point when it comes to something righteous, when it comes to the rhythm that's needed to understand these scriptures and get a, because if you start talking to them niggas, one of them gonna say they God body, one gonna say they, Allah Akbar. Other one gonna tell you that he a Baptist, he was born a Baptist, he gonna die a Baptist.
Yep.
Other one gonna tell you he Q sci-fi for life,
Right.
What
did he say? I'm
Other
a
one gonna tell you he a Greek, but they can't. It's just mind-boggling, how they have no rhythm when it comes to the spirit, man.
Exactly.
None whatsoever, man. None. Bring it out, brother.
Because Romans 10 and 2, far better than record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. You got a lot of people out here who agree with what we're talking about, but then they go off on other things because they need to their own understanding, man. Because Jacobs naturally have a zeal to serve the Lord, but they've been taught Christianity, they've been taught by people who are not sent by the men of the Lord.
And they've been taught that black power shit.
They got
that original man shit. Right? There is no scripture in the Bible that talks about the original man. All right? Everybody was dark, but everybody wasn't the same people.
The original man.
In the beginning.
The Asiatic black man, brother.
That
bullshit. Selling them bean pies. Read a little more, Big Ock, in that Romans.
Verse 3, it says, for they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High.
And that's the spirit of Jake, bro. Them being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness. And see, you gotta understand. Oh, really? See, you gotta understand. That's a sweet white woman, boy. See, you gotta understand, most definitely. You gotta understand that the Lord has really chose these people to be fucked up, man.
Yep.
Whether it's your grandma in a Christian church, whether it's your homie with the bros, whether it's your homie out there on some BD shit, or whether it's your homosexual cousin.
And that's what you
whatever it is, the Lord did that to them. That's right. I'm gonna read this real quick, because in Thessalonians it says, I will send a strong delusion on them that they should believe a lie. But look, who you got that?
Yeah, because they
Grab
got their
that.
little
I
chat
got
room.
this one.
They got their little chat room, and the only time I go and say anything is on some real shit. And it's probably about 2 or 3 dudes that be like, damn, that's what's
real
up.
Shit.
But the rest of them, they just get quiet. They don't have shit to say. And then what I notice too is that every time I say something like that, immediately folly and bullshit come right behind.
It got. I was just gonna say they gonna turn it around. Lighten it up.
They gotta throw some other bullshit in there.
Like this, not the truth.
What about them Bears?
Right.
Fuck the Bears, man.
They've been garbage. I don't even watch football and I know they garbage. This is Isaiah 66. All right. In verse 4, it says, I will also choose their delusions. So the Lord really handcrafted to say, just you this type of nigga, you that type of nigga, you that type of nigga. That's a brutal thing that I think about this scripture every day. This Isaiah 66:4 said, I will also choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. Like the elder said, he can plant a seed. You know, he can say something that don't have to necessarily be a scripture, but it alludes to the truth, something like
Absolutely.
the MOTB. But that's when the Lord is speaking, and they don't listen. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before my eyes.
Right. Oh, they come with the Farrakhan shit.
That
Right behind me.
madness. And choose in that, hold on, he got it. Say, and choose in that which I delighted not. The Farrakhan shit, all that old bull, 19 keys, RZA Islam. Watching these stupid ass bald-faced niggas, man. 5%. Yeah, that 5% God. Go ahead, man.
It's the book of Matthew 13 to 15. It
Why
says,
you want to be 5%, not 100%? Matter of fact, why you want to be 5%, not 144%?
That's right.
Right. Bring it out.
I remember they tried to bring that shit out to me when I was younger, man. Yeah, he done.
That's all you.
And she can't even
And,
dog.
and I hope that I'll be the one to deliver to you.
Head
You
locked.
talk about some, you gotta believe in 5% of all this, brother. Yeah, okay, nigga. Whatever. Go ahead.
this is the book of Matthew 13 and 15. It says, for this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, meaning what? The understanding. It says it should understand with their heart. It's a representation of your mind.
It is your mind. In the Hebrew, the word is lab, which means mind. Your heart is your mind. Because your physical heart is an organ that pumps blood. You can't think with it. That word is lab. It is mind.
Yeah, that tingling feeling you get here is nerves that's been sitting
Yeah.
from your head, man. All right, you know when your heart broke because that old Dolce ass broad, you didn't call her with
You in the Heartbreak
with
Hotel.
another ride in her, you know. Well, you want her so bad and she leave you, or you don't want her no more. Or however the story go, man. All right, it ain't coming from here. It's coming from here.
The Heartbreak Hotel. You better get that white woman and pimp harder.
It says, and should be converted, and I should heal them. Right, so at the end of the day, the Lord doesn't want all our people. The Lord is only looking for the elect, you know? The Lord is only bringing back his elect.
That's right.
Let me get this precept real quick. This is Sirach 20 and 10. There is a gift that shall not profit thee, and there is a gift whose recompense is double.
That's garbage.
Like the elder was saying, the bros, they have this gift. When they fucking doing that shit to Atomic Dog, they getting down, you know, they going crazy, you know, whatever that Q Dog shit is. But that shit ain't gonna profit them in the day of trouble and vengeance.
Yeah, they gonna be dancing like a motherfucker in that fire.
Right, man.
You
But hey,
know,
man.
you know that song we used to do, My Foot's on Fire? Oh, shit. Yeah, your whole body gonna be on fire. Oh,
Right,
shit.
man. Hey, man, George Clinton, man, hey, he ain't gonna be playing when them fucking AI soldiers is on your ass, man. You ain't gonna be in that line stepping and shit.
Motherfucking Chappie gonna come.
Right.
Chappie stomping your nigga woman head like
Come
a
on,
watermelon.
man.
Right, that's right. Kind of scripture says it's
You
gonna
see
be
that movie, The Monsters of Men?
Monsters, man, yeah.
He split her head like a damn watermelon, man.
Ruthless.
All her brain matter was everywhere.
Out of there.
Because the scripture says it's going to be a weeping and gnashing of teeth. You know, a lot of gruesome stuff is going to hit America, man.
Right. And the rest of the world.
Yep, that knows the
All right, because you know the whole world is gonna pretty much get touched to a certain extent, man.
Right.
It's Proverbds 1 and 22. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called ye, and ye shall I.
And he said, the Lord said he's going to make his words known unto you. All right, that's the condemnation. It started with Yahushua. All right, Yahushua walked the earth. He made the Heavenly Father's words known unto the known world at that time, man. And we're back in that stead doing that again. Whether it be these live shows, whether it be your videos, whether it be a conversation with a coworker, with old associates, all right, with family members. His word is being made known unto everybody. So nobody's without an excuse, man. Right. All right, go ahead.
Because I have called, and ye refuse.
Hey, this is the calling. This is the calling. We out here for our health, yeah, but this is a part of the calling. Go ahead.
I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded.
Hey, this is the part of the Lord's hand stretched out. He trying to pull you out that fire, man. But hey, man, what does Jake do? They turn the shoulder, they slap the hand, you know? And they tell us, fuck you. Hey, your result, your insults and your rebuttals are not against us. It's
You
against
niggas
Yahweh Shah, man.
You niggas crazy.
You out your fucking mind, man.
Yeah, they gonna regret.
If you had an inkling and understanding of the destruction that's getting ready to happen, man, you would be over here with us. But
Yeah.
pursuing back to the previous scriptures, the Lord got to open your eyes to see it.
And look, you got these scriptures, man. These things were written 2 millennia ago, most of them. All right, 2.5, 3, 4 millennia ago, man. All right, and they're coming to pass. I'll give you a perfect example. Somebody grab Zechariah 14th chapter.
I got it right here. Yeah, use that big
All right,
ass
let me
type
see
pad.
it. Yeah.
That motherfucker.
Go
fat as
up.
hell.
You got that, yo, sorry.
Yeah. That motherfucker.
Yours is huge. Well, that's exactly where I wanted to go. Look at you. All right. Matter of fact, you're gonna read all the way to 14. Bob Show.
Hey, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 12. It reads, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem."
Right, and a lot of chariots gonna show up before them arrows fly from one end of the earth to the other too. Go ahead.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
Right, so it's only one thing on earth today that can make your flesh consume away while you stand upon your feet. So where your flesh is gone before you even hit the ground, man.
That's right.
Read.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
Right, you're gonna look like Raiders of the Lost Ark when that Nazi melted and his eyes melted.
Fucking
All
Sarah
right.
Connor.
Go ahead.
This was burning on the gate. Sarah Connor. Her shit was melting.
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Right, man. Hey, and you ever seen a put salt on a snail? It really does melt their ass. You know, I didn't believe it till I did it. You know, put the little salt on it, and that motherfucker melted like the Wicked Witch of the West in the movie, man. I was like, God damn, that's some cruel shit. But go ahead.
Verse 13, "And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor.
Right? Go ahead.
And his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem."
So Judah is going to be in the midst of these people fucking them up, man. All right? So are the rest of the tribes. Go ahead.
"And the wealth of all the heathen round about
You'll be running your pockets.
shall be gathered together,
Run that. We want to spend Red's money.
That's
All
right.
right? Go ahead.
gold and silver and apparel in great abundance."
Right? Hey, we're going to be kicking indoors. Break yourself. All right? So Esau, the heathen, they're going to have to be giving up all their gold and silver, man. Everything. The spices, the oils, all right? The wine, the bitches,
Oh, most definitely.
all right? Yeah. the best thing, right? All that. Go ahead. Now, yeah, that was it. Now you're going to go to Ezekiel, the 39th chapter. Right around verse 10. Let me see when you get there. And that what I just read, that was written almost 2.5 centuries ago, what he just read. And it described everything that's about to happen, man. And you know that there was nothing within mankind that can melt your eyes and your socket, your flesh off your body, and your tongue and your mouth before your body even hits the ground, man. All right? So they gonna die in pain and screaming. And then in the scriptures, the Lord gonna leave a spirit in them a little bit longer than normal, man. So it's gonna feel like an eternity. It ain't gonna be no sweet instant death. They really gonna feel that shit, man.
He's the master of time.
Yeah. Lord gonna freeze time on your ass.
That's why he said,
Right?
with the Lord, 1,000 years is one day, and 1 day is 1,000 years. The Lord can make however long feel like however long he wanted to.
Exactly. Everybody that touched something hot before. And that reflex that you didn't even know you had, snatch your hand back. You snatch it so hard you bang it against something else. So now you hurting from that too?
Oh,
right.
yeah.
That feeling gonna be across your whole body, man. Except you ain't gonna be able to get away from it.
Well, what about
Right.
the calendar scripture where he had sent the sun back? All right, a few ticks.
Go ahead, brother, bring it up.
Go ahead.
38 and 8. Behold, I will bring again the shadow of the degrees which is going down in the sundial of Ahaz 10 degrees backward. So the sun returned 10 degrees by which degrees it was going down.
Hey, I got a precept for you. This is Joshua This is Joshua 10 and verse 13. It's the same thing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 12. Read that one again, Shema.
Yep. Isaiah 38:8. Behold, I will bring again the shadow of the degrees, which is going down in the sundial of Ahaz 10 degrees backward. So the sun returned 10 degrees, by which degrees it was going down.
So the Lord held the sun. That was time precipitation, if I'm saying it right. But perception, time perception. All right. This is this is Joshua 2. No, Salaki. This is Joshua 10 and 12. It said, then spake Joshua to Yahweh in the day when Yahweh delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, son, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. So it show you what the Lord did it, but Joshua had spiritual powers. The Lord gave Joshua the power to do it. We're gonna read it again.
One of the mightiest men in
That
Israel.
shit's so cold. It's so cold, man. This Joshua.
And he was northern king.
Yeah, he was Ephraimite.
He was evil.
Right?
Yeah.
This is Joshua 10 and 12. It says, then spake Joshua to Yahweh in the day when Yahweh delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel, and he said in the sight of Israel's son, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed. He made the day longer so they can whoop their ass, man.
Yeah. Right now, you got some damn black-only dude pulling his dreads out, man.
He finished, man. Unto
Right.
the people, and he was to sit next to a fat black Blizzo looking bitch that ain't even got money. And to the people, and to the people,
his queen,
his queen,
she still got a couple hundred bodies on her.
You're my queen. Until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. It is not
So
written.
wait a minute, you realize the Lord gave Joshua spiritual power to pause time just so Jake could get it in on these heathens, man.
Yep.
Could
Absolutely.
continue to slaughter, kill, and run their shit.
Is it not written in the book of Joshua? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and has it not to go down about the whole day, and there was no day like it.
And they hoping, they getting their ass whooped so bad, they hoping that the sun go down so they can flee into the darkness. And the Lord said, nope. He left the
said
light
the whole
on.
day.
Roaches want to run when the light come on. He kept the light on. You know, them they ain't know where to go.
Remember that commercial, Motel
Right.
6? We leave the light on.
Yeah.
He left the light on for that ass whooping. It said, and there was no day like that before it or after it. Because he did this one the whole day. It said that Yahweh hearkened unto the voice of a man, for Yahweh fought for Israel.
So we got a power that will fight and stand up for us.
So that's
man.
the time,
and
man.
he is against.
Now, I want to make a point too about that.
Of course you do.
No, by that time perception, right? Because the apostles broke it down about how many years they've been in the truth. And that's equal less than an hour, man.
Yeah.
So the Lord, so the Lord can actually leave you burning for 45, 40 fucking years, man.
Yeah. Hey, shit.
You know?
The wilderness.
Yeah, that's
The wilderness. Hey, man. Jake was wandering around in the wilderness for 40 years, but he said what? The latches on your shoes, they didn't come loose. Your garments weren't hosed. So basically, imagine walking around for 40 years and your shoes and the clothes you got on
You
don't
look at
even
a
get
homeless
fucked up.
person.
Right.
They shit started off new.
They're in rags.
Right.
All right.
They shit was brand
It
new.
didn't smell like piss and shit.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like 5-year funk, no shower.
Done.
You know.
And it don't even take that long to go from I forget the wilderness. It start with a Z. I forget.
Hell, you
Wilderness is in.
ever did a hard day's work,
Done.
all right, or worked out, you know, and you didn't have time to put on a shower, had to put your clothes back on.
Shit,
Then by the time
feeling
you
up.
get, by the time you can't stand yourself.
Yeah.
You like, damn, I gotta get to a shower quick.
Right.
All right. Imagine you just walking around like that for days, weeks, months at a time, man.
Fucking 40 years, man.
All right. Go
40
ahead,
years.
brothers.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 39, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will give unto God a place thereof graves in Israel, the valley of the passengers on the east of the sea, and it shall stop.
Because that destruction he read earlier, that's destruction that's going to happen over in the land of Israel. Going to wipe out all them imposters. But the elite's going to be all hidden in them damn caves and shit. And then them bunkers, them luxury bunkers, and then those dumps, those deep underground military bases. Read.
That I will give unto God a place there of graves in Israel, the valley of passengers on the east of the sea, and it shall stop the noses of the passengers. And there shall, and there...
They stop their noses, the smells they're going to be smelling.
Dang.
All right, when it's just dead, you know, I've often talked about bodies on the ground like leaves. You know, when after all the leaves have fell on the ground, all right, that's just going to be bodies, man. Worms and bugs crawling through them, but the birds going to be coming to get that feast the Lord promised them. Picking out eyeballs and tongues and shit. They're going to go for the soft shit first.
Yeah.
And since most motherfuckers gonna die with anguish, their eyes gonna be open and their mouths gonna be open. Right? And the birds gonna be going right after their tongues and their eyeballs. Right? Go ahead.
And there shall they bury Gog and all his multitude, and they shall call it the valley of Hamon-Gog.
So that means a lot of them Russians gonna die too.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Right? Go ahead.
In 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying of them, that they may cleanse the land.
Hold on. So they're gonna have to bury all these bodies, man, in Israel, as it's being rebuilt. Matter of fact, since the land is so fucked up, you know, it's gonna need fertilizer.
Yeah.
All right, to refurbish so that all the green can start growing again. All right, go ahead.
It says, verse 12 again, in 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying of them, that they may cleanse the land. Yeah, all the people of the land shall bury them.
So all the people that's there, they gonna be the fertilizer. Go ahead.
And it shall be to them a renown.
But I thought they was a people of the Lord.
Right.
Because we've been telling you, when Israel comes back, there's gonna be no more wars, no more death. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the same passage that you keep reading when it says all the weapons were buried and stuff up above. But go ahead.
And it shall be to them a renown, the day that I shall be glorified, said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And they shall sever out men of continual employment.
So there you go. So you're gonna get
It ain't gonna be no unemployment.
right into slavery.
It ain't gonna be
All
no
right,
fucking
that's gonna
unemployment.
be all your elites, man.
Niggas gonna get to work. That's right. Right
Straight
now.
to work,
Hey, 0%.
I got a precept.
digging holes, cleaning. That's gonna be their first job, man. Is to bury all them bodies.
You're gonna go from riches to extreme
All
rags.
right, you're gonna feel like the bouncer throwing you out of the club.
No. Read the whole thing. Yeah, hell yeah, because it's gonna match me. Go
All right,
ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
back in Ezekiel 39 and 14, and they shall sever out men of continual employment, passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. After the end of the 7 months shall they search.
And see, that's how we know that the international banking families are gonna be the first fruits of slavery. All right, that's why Yahweh Shai said it himself: the first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Soft ass, gay ass, clown swab.
I can't wait.
Walking
to
around,
months.
walking around the beach with a sun hat on like a woman and a damn thong, look like
With a
a
last
diaper.
rod.
All right,
With a little ass rod.
grown man with a baby's rod.
And look, but they're gonna be in them deep underground military base, which are gonna escape the thermonuclear war. They're gonna be preserved. That's like a lot of these people are set for the scripture says preserved for the day of judgment. A lot of these people are set here so the missiles can get them. A lot of these people are even kept here so the missiles won't get them, so we can get their ass and round their soft ass up and put chains on them. This is Amos 9 and 1.
My nigga.
Absolutely.
My nigga.
Amos 9 and 1, which is the precept to the Ezekiel. It said, I saw Yahweh standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them. And I will slay the last of them with the sword, and he that fleeth. Now he said, look, he said, he that fleeth to them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered, because they gonna think they got away. All right. In this verse 2 it says, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb into the heaven, this I will bring them down. So it ain't no building a fucking space station, a rocket ship, an underground base. The Lord gonna get you. And I always bring out that Magneto on Days of Future Past when they went to the bunker and he snatched their monkey ass up. He fell. He said, "I'm gonna feel him."
Brought that whole bunker up, man.
Get him.
And that was that movie that came out a couple years ago with Jason Statham with the Megalodon. That underground, those, because they gonna have them deep underground, them under the seas. They got places like that, man.
Yeah.
All right. And they gonna try. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. And how that little girl was standing by that glass, and that damn mouth, the mouth of that damn thing was big as this open way right here.
Yeah.
The teeth marks on the
Damn, I gotta
glass.
see that shit.
Yeah.
I
She
ain't
was
gotta
standing
see
there
that
like
movie.
this. The glass is probably about 5 feet thick.
Right.
All right, it's about 5 or 6 feet thick, and she's playing with the little toy, and next thing you know, she turned around, and it's a mouth this big.
Megalodon.
Tried to close down on her.
Yeah.
And you just heard her scream and went running, and it shook the whole place.
Yeah.
And then they come to see, and they saw them teeth marks. Like, what the fuck?
Damn. But see, there you
know?
go.
This is the book of Revelation 6 and 15. It says, "And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains." It says, "And said to the mountains and rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb." Right?
You ain't hiding from Yahweh Shai. All right, because Yahweh Shai gonna get broadcast on the internet before it all goes blank. You're gonna see, just like they showed you in the one with Will Smith and
Independence Day.
Goldblum. Independence Day, man. Everybody gonna see them, everybody gonna see them gigantic ships when they come, man.
Yeah, and Will Smith.
And you gonna know who they are, man.
Soft ass, ain't getting up and doing nothing.
Him and Jeff Goldblum ain't gonna be smoking no cigars.
And that nigga Jeff Goldblum and Jake, man.
Yeah, he a Jake, man.
They sent two niggas up there, a pale nigga and a black, a regular nigga. Yeah, look, listen, watch it. These niggas got the glasses, some stogies. Look, man, ain't none of that shit gonna happen. The Lord frying both of them stupid ass niggas immediately.
Right. And Will Smith first.
He definitely gotta get it first. He more wicked. Go ahead, you got that? Pursuing what the Elder Malcolm was saying. Bring that up.
This is Revelations chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
So even when this shit go black, look, whenever the Lord come back, this shit is gonna be known. It ain't gotta be one computer screen. Like the elder said, they gonna see them chariots, man. That's what the clouds going into, man.
Yeah.
He ascended into the cloud.
No, them cameras gonna be on them.
Oh yeah.
Before everything goes completely black again.
That too. Yeah.
So you gonna
right.
see them. They gonna see them through their devices, and they gonna see it. You gonna have a motherfucker doing this.
Every eye. Every eye shall see him.
And that's how it was on the second Independence Day. They was looking at shit. You had them little goops walking around in Japan. They all motherfucking buildings just getting like a fucking bed sheet. You know how you take a bed sheet, getting wiped out. The chariot zapping them and motherfucker wiping them out.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is that Revelation 6 he had, but a little up. This is Revelation 6 and 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her ultimately figs when she is shaken of the wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
It's gonna move, man, because you're gonna have the missiles, all right? You're gonna have the chariots. All this is the work of the Lord. This is gonna be a great thing. This ain't gonna be no shit you can just hide, Pop.
Hey, you know what? Even wicked ass Lil Lewis used that in one of his house tracks, and the song is called Blackout. At the flick of God's switch, and he used that scripture right there.
It's a good caption.
Right. Yeah, they used to play that shit up in the warehouse.
On the house track?
Yeah, it's a house track.
Damn.
It's called Blackout at the flick of God's switch, and then he quotes that scripture.
Hey, and
right?
this-
But he don't understand that that's going to be the chariots coming, and the and you know and the missiles, the arrows that fly from one end of the earth to the other. Come on, he didn't understand that part.
In that revelation, you definitely get that. But
because he even says it in a very, you know, monstrous voice. He says that it took the world, the Lord, only 7 days to create the world. How long do you think he's gonna take him
1
to
hour.
demolish it?
1 hour.
Yeah, so 1 hour, man.
1 hour.
Destruction is gonna come fast because, you know, you tear down everything faster than you build it up. No matter what it is. No matter what it is. You build a building, you build a car, whatever. You can, you know, you build it up. You build your building blocks. You know, but it tears down a lot faster than it is built up, man.
it's just like walking up the stairs. You can walk down the stairs way faster. Like walk way. And that Revelation 7, I mean 1 and 7, that proves ain't nobody gonna escape judgment either. Because he said they all look upon him, even those that pierce him. Which going to the Lord is really gonna have the physical niggas that put their hands on the Lord gonna be alive and well, or not
That
but
means they here
today.
now.
Exactly.
Because this is something now, and them two Edomites is walking around right now, man.
Exactly. You know, the Lord ain't finna grab a pile of fucking bones and dig some niggas up.
Right.
Right.
The fuck?
Do the John Cena thing.
Yeah, throw the rock. Randy Orton. Yeah, the fucking bones. No, he gonna bring them back, and he killing them nigga Mr. Biggs. When he grabbed R. Kelly ass up. Look at me. I did this to you. No, man. They gotta be around to get the judgment. I'll take it at the White Castle. Let's go.
This is
he got the memo.
Yes, sir. It's the book of Isaiah 66 and 15. Perfect. It says, "For behold, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire." Right, because the scripture also says what? That in that day it's going to be from one end of the earth to the other, nothing but dead bodies. You know, the Lord is coming back, you know, for his revenge for all the things that what happened to him back then.
That's right, the Lord, and also for touching the apple of his eye. Because remember, we got scattered to the four corners of the earth among all people, and I scattered people that it wasn't no piece of cake walk for them either. You know, the ones that look like the heathens and scattered among the heathens, they caught hell too, man. They can't figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, they all fucked up except for the ones who are waking up and coming back to this doctrine.
That's right.
Because you know you got some Edomite looking jakes that's all fucked up in the head. Because they try to figure out, man, like why they never fit in with these people around them. And why they always, damn, man, what the fuck wrong? Am I cursed or some shit? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are.
Welcome.
You know?
Yeah.
Gun. Exactly.
This is Psalm 68 and 17. The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place.
Hey, there it is, man. I had a little Ephraimite chick sent me the image of that red thing. We were talking about chariots and shit. This shit fucking her up. You know, she is like, you know, she talks to me almost every day about some new discovery and, you know, her finding out about the Bible and she is Israelite and all that. And she literally be in tears over this shit, you know? But I told her that should be tears of joy. Right. And now she's starting to see. She's starting to understand, because first she was like, well, how can we stop this from happening? I'm like, why would you want to? I said, you want your people to stay in the condition at the end? She's like, no, because she's mad as hell. I don't know if you know what they just did with the, well, basically, Roberto Clemente, you don't know who that is, like the high school over there. All right, Roberto Clemente, you know, he was what they would refer to as an Afro-Cuban, you know, whatever. No, he's Jake, man, Northern Kingdom. All right, but these CRT haters, these Edomites that's angry about CRT, then you ask them what it is, they can't even tell you.
Right.
All right.
Come on, buddy, that's racist.
But they were mad. And they pulled Roberto Clemente's books out of the schools because hey, they got a whole high school in Chicago named after the man.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
All right. So this brother went to the school. All right. You know. My professor went to that school. All right. So Anyway, but there are other Roberto Clemente schools across the nation as well. But the history about his life and his struggles, they don't want to be told because, give me that shameful spirit, because he talks about some of the bullshit that he saw, you know, and the challenges that he faced, you know, being a professional ball player. All right? Because all these Jake ball players face a certain, you know, level of resentment and hate from their Edomite counterparts because they were better. And I'm gonna tell you right now, baseball would be boring as fuck without the Northern Kingdom. All right? Them Cubans brought flavor to the game, man. You know? The Dominicans, they brought flavor to that game, man. All right? Them old Spanish-speaking ass niggas. Go ahead.
Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
And see, that's what they worried about, the embarrassment and the shame that comes with the truth being told when you teach real history. I did a video yesterday, and it's crazy that how the spirit be working. I Googled the evil man image, all right? And I you know, uploaded my video. About an hour later, Apostle Ramlab on live, he Googled the same image. My video hadn't even uploaded yet. And he just Googled evil man, and the same. I was like, you can't make this shit up, right? So we both doing the video, though the subject matter was a little bit different. But the fact that we both had that image up, I was like, damn, this is tripped the fuck out. But what made me do it was I saw a TikTok video of this little blonde chick, little cutie, talking about how her grandfather, who was a Vietnam veteran, right, who's all messed up from Agent Orange, all right, he's real sick and in pain and dying. She said the Agent Orange fucked his whole life up. He'd been messed up. Said he'd been messed up his whole life ever since he came back from it. And basically, when he's sick and dying, you know, these Edomites on their deathbed, he called her in to talk to him, and he told her, you know, sit down, and she's like, you know, so what's up, Papa? And, you know, and so he started talking to her, and he told her, baby, we've never been the good guys. And she's like, what do you mean? She said, we've never been the good guys. He said everything you learned, you've been brainwashed in school. Everybody's been brainwashed. All the history they taught you is lies. He said, we've never been the good guys. We've always been the bad. So she's like, wait a minute, I thought we were rah-rah America, the good guy. Because she's talking about how she's reading and learning about history, and it's embarrassing and it's hurtful, and she's ashamed. All right, that's that shameful spirit. Because her grandfather told us things, and she started looking shit up, and like, God damn, we did. And he said, look, we give Micah 2:1-2. He said, no. She said, but if we were going over there to help people. He said, no, we weren't. We were going over there because those people had something that we wanted, and we went over there with our missiles and our guns and our militaries, and we violently took it from them. Everything we saw and everything we built up, we stole America. We did that. We killed those people. This was an Edomite telling his granddaughter. Because he's hoping, because he know he's about to go to the spirit world, and he believes in heaven and hell. So he, right? Like, no, homie, your whole ass gonna wake up right into slavery, a newborn. All right.
They'll complain of an ungodly father.
Exactly.
It's all Edomites.
Yeah, it's all Edomites. When it said when you look up the evil man, not one of them, every one of them is a so-called white man.
Damn.
But I don't see the face. It's the dude.
Probably took it down after y'all video.
Yeah, probably. Matter of fact, go to Critical Race Historical, my channel. Pull it up. You can get it that way.
This is the book of Micah 2:1. It says,
They might have pulled it down because it was the first one.
They probably did, honestly.
And he said a saying, and they had a saying next to it about how what evil men do, and there was something about convincing people that you're the good guy, convincing them to listen to you, and convincing them to be obedient to what you're saying. And then, yeah, that motherfucker right there. Make it big, turn it sideways.
It's actually a scripture like that. Satan even,
read the saying.
Even with, being as an angel of light, usually
Con.
Should I read the saying first? It say read the saying.
Read it.
Con.
Let them focus in on it. Read it.
Is it
Since
clear?
they removed the image.
Bring it a little closer.
All right, there you go.
It says, what is an evil man? The man is evil who coerces obedience to his private ends, destroys beauty, produces pain, extinguishes life. That coerces obedience.
Yeah, coerces obedience. And then he destroys life. All right? Produces pain. Look at all the animals that's dying, man. I saw the video when that plane flew over and you saw them chickens dying and flopping around. They didn't just die, they died in pain, man. Them birds that just fall out the sky. I saw some dude walking up on a frozen deer that's caught in the fence upside down. Talking about that's a horrific way to go, caught the fence. I'm like, why the fucking fence there? You piece of shit. Shouldn't be no fucking fence there for the deer to get caught on. Cause you wanna own some shit that ain't fucking yours.
Right.
Piece of shit. We're gonna hang you and your kids from the fence when that day comes.
Right. This the book of Micah 2:1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Man, the Lord can go release Michael on you. All right? And then the Lord gonna imbue us with that power. You think Joshua fucked you up. You wait till this new story of the deliverance of Israel is gonna surpass everything that happened in the past. Not to put a shadow on any of that, that's still gonna be taught and talked about. But this new one is gonna overshadow everything that happened in the past, man. All right? This new deliverance, man, and Yahweh Ratazal, we all a part of that, man. All right?
Verse 2, it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence.
That's right.
And houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage.
Even a man in his heritage. These motherfuckers lie about every goddamn thing, man. All right? They were giving off all these fake statistics. It's this many million white people, it's this many million Hispanics, it's this many million Negroes, and they always the smallest. I'm like, but what they don't tell you is that they take everybody from West Asia. West Asia is what they falsely call the Middle East, because Israel is the furthest western part of Asia, all the way to the Bering Strait, which is the furthest eastern part of Asia. That's all Asia, man. All right, that's where them knuckleheads get that black Asiatic man bullshit from.
The original man.
All right, so that's all Asia, right next to Africa, right above Africa. That's Asia, Asia Minor. All right, ain't no fucking such thing as the Middle East. But what these pale pieces of shit do is that all them brown people and all them chocolate people that come from North Africa, Somalians, Ethiopians, Sudanese, different Arabs, Egyptians, all those people, when they come over here, they get labeled as white people. A lot of them are darker than the brothers standing here. And so when they do that, it increases the numbers of the Edomites. All right? Well, the scriptures say you're the ones that's small among the nations. All right?
That's right.
You try to separate the so-called Negro, the so-called Native American, all right, and the so-called Hispanic, you try to separate them, and they are one people, man. 12 different tribes, but one people, man.
All brown, by the way.
Okay? Ain't none of them black. Black.
Then Esau so wicked, he'll tell the Gadites that they red, bro. You know he red. Right, Esau so wicked, man. Look, man, this man is the damn devil, man. All right? Because all those 12 tribes, like the elder was going into, one people, different tribes, they all brown.
Yeah,
and he'll tell you Negroes that you black, and he'll tell the Mexicans that they brown, or the Latinos that they brown, and he'll tell the Gadites and the Reubenites that they red. This man is the damn devil, bro. That's why the scriptures say that the Lord is not the author of confusion. This is Esau doing this, man.
Football team, Redskins.
Redskins, yep.
But really, they the real rednecks.
Right. Right. Exactly. And then they put a pale blonde dude and call him a Viking. Right?
Say he's a white.
History has revealed, and they continually put up cartoons and movies showing you Vikings as white people, man. But look, I hate to hurt. Actually, I don't hate to hurt your feelings. I'm glad to hurt your feelings. That's a lie. All right, that is a complete lie. The Vikings were not so-called white people. You'd like to believe that, and you're constantly being told that. Just like the man, the Vikings was too cold to be so-called white people. And then just like that old Edomite was telling his granddaughter, all right, you've been lied to about history. Everything you learned in school was a lie, all right. When the old man told his Edomite granddaughter that, he told her the truth. All right, go ahead, brother.
In Psalm 58:3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies.
The black guy did it.
That's right, like
Right?
that video.
You know, they one of them nighttime talk hosts did a little comedy skit with little kids that that ate the chocolate, and they all were Edomites, and they all had a face full of chocolate, hands full of chocolate, and and their parents asked them, so who ate the candy? I don't know. Chocolate everywhere, and their hair, every one of them, man, and they laughing at it like it's cute. Read that again.
Psalms 58
Somebody
and 3.
find that video.
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
Before they delete it too.
Psalm 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies.
They go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies, man. Got a mouth full of chocolate, face full of chocolate, and saying that they didn't eat the chocolate.
And what you used to say back in the day? Said, as soon as they be born, they start crying. That's a lie.
Right.
You know?
That's a lie.
Right. As soon as they start crying, they lying. They can't vocalize it, but they tell them a lie already. Yeah, whatever they can read. All of them. Just pull one up. Go ahead, bring that precept out.
This is John 8:44.
That's a good one. Bring John out while he finds it.
Go ahead,
Because John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father he will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him.
No.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
He's speaking of his own, of himself, man. He'll tell you about all the bad things that somebody did, and he's really talking about himself. Go ahead.
Devil, man.
For he is a liar and the father of it. And that's what he's been doing. Esau is the devil in his physical form.
I just watched
Go ahead.
some Edomite, Salaki, brother.
No, go ahead.
Some Edomite, Yahweh Tazah eventually get around to do a lesson to it. But the Edomite was talking about how he was the minister of religion for the American government. And that he actually went to and he was exposing the Catholic Church. And he was saying how he went to the basement of the Vatican, and hold on, here come the Rough Riders. What? Rough Riders. The Rough Riders.
That's right.
But he went into the Vatican, and he found all this evidence of things that they removed from the Bible. And he even found the relics and all the history about the Maccabees. All right? So, which probably makes sense why you go into different Bible dictionaries when they show you the coinage that was used from the time of the Maccabees. Well, what you saw was this form of Hebrew. Right?
Right.
That's what you saw. You saw this form of Hebrew on all their coins. So that has to leave you to the question as concerning the people that are in the land of Israel now, being that they never, if they're the kingdom of Judah, why are they using the Assyrian script Hebrew?
Call themselves
Yeah.
Israelis, but not
So
Israelites.
exactly. So you'd have to understand.
Let the elder
Why
go into.
would they be using the Assyrian script of Hebrew? All right, because the Israelites that went into the Assyrian captivity was the northern kingdom. Right, the kingdom of Judah was never exposed to the Assyrian. So why are all their commercials and their writings and all the dots? They're fucking frauds, man. They're frauds.
Forces of lies.
And see, and I'm like, damn, this is heavy, man. I'm looking at all this evidence in this Bible dictionary, and this is all you saw. So I can only imagine what that guy, that former CIA person, when he got into the Vatican, what he saw down there, when concerning the Maccabees and all the history that they tried to cover up and hide.
He probably gave him a couple shots.
Yeah. He might be unalived by now. You never know, man. All right, but that's some heavy evidence. You got to understand, the Judeans, the kingdom of Judah, always used the ancient Paleo Hebrew. They never were in captivity under the Assyrians to use the Assyrian form of Hebrew. So you have to. So the very fact that these people are using the Assyrian script of Hebrew is more evidence of that they're frauds.
Fraudulent.
And then they took the Hebrew and then they changed it. All right, you know, they took the Assyrian script and changed it and put all that Yiddish in there and all them damn dots and shit. All right, added those. They added the E, the V, the O, and the A sound, which made 26 letters. The Hebrew alphabet is 22 letters, man.
That's right.
You guys is frauds and phonies, man. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Zechariah 9:6. You know, just to back up the elder, it says, "And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines." Right, Ashdod today over there in
Tel Aviv.
Right, and that word bastard means exactly what I said. Fraud, phony, fake, fraudulent. That's one of the meanings. Those are some of the synonyms for that word. All right.
I got a precept. Yeah, no, that's real quick because the elder was going into the language. This is Zephaniah 3. Let me see.
Is it 14:9?
No, it's Zephaniah
3
3
and 9.
Yeah. God. This is Zephaniah 3 in verse 9. It says, "For then I will turn to the people a pure language, that they may call upon the name of Yahweh to serve him with one consent." So, and that's why the scriptures say, "Whomsoever shall call upon the name of Yahweh shall be saved." And then you get bug outs in the Christian church, right? So-called New Testament Christians, you know, that say that includes the whole world. But hey, when you go into the book of Acts, which is in the New Testament, they say men and brethren, children of the stock of Abraham,
exactly.
Whomsoever among you shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. But that's how we know that we have, and through the Spirit, that we have the pure Hebrew. All right, we have the name Yahweh. We have the name Yahweh Shai. All right, we understand that because the Lord said that this will happen. He will restore to them a pure language. And that's another reason why the Amalekites ain't got it. And you know, like as the scriptures say, the name is dreadful. His name is dreadful amongst the heathen. They would have never had it.
Well, think about it like this, too. They'll use, you know, the Syrian characters, and they, hey, shalom, brother. And they'll use the Assyrian characters and say Hashem.
Yeah.
But then that means you know that the name is Shem.
Yep.
That you know that they're Shem.
Yep.
So where's this Shem shit come from? Where the Semites stand? How do you come? You say Hashem. So you know it means the name. You know the Shem means name.
That's right.
But yet you don't use Shemites. You use Semites because they try to include themselves and make an exclusive group of people, a make-believe people. It's just like Shlomo Sand said in his book, The Invention of the Jewish People. They invented that shit. All right? They invented it. All right? That's okay. When you join unto them, you're going to die unto them.
Perfect. This is Psalm 64 and 8. Actually, I'm going to read up. This is Psalm 64 and verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
So by holding on to the form of Hebrew that they do, it's just more evidence of who they are not. That they're frauds, man. Because go ahead, brother.
They need some strikes for that.
You pointed out, Kingdom of Judah never used the Assyrians.
They never used it.
The Kingdom of Judah, I would say, the Kingdom of Judah never used the Assyrian script.
Never.
But
ever.
If you go to the Holy Land, which they have made the unholy land for now,
it's full of the Assyrian script.
It's full of the Assyrian script.
That being the point, the fact that they're using it is evidence of their fraud.
It's not them.
They're not the people.
Because
we got to be wise, man. And the Lord put that thought in my head a couple months ago. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, that's Assyrian script. The kingdom of Judah was not in the Assyrian captivity. They were in the Babylonian captivity. Right. When the Lord wrote on the wall, he wrote in the Hebrew, in the Paleo, in what the Israelis call biblical Hebrew. That's what they call it.
God.
Because you say paleo, they don't know what you're talking about.
God.
And that goes to show you that they're not being taught.
God.
Because I'm having this conversation with her, and then when I showed it to her, she's like, oh, that's the biblical Hebrew. I was like, oh, so that's what y'all call it. Okay. So Israelis refer to it as biblical Hebrew. But then what Hebrew are you using?
Right. and not one of them over there subscribe themselves to being from the Northern Kingdom.
Nope.
They are Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
Levi.
Salaki.
Yehudi.
Yehudi and Levi.
You know, Benjamin
There's
and,
no
and
U
Levi.
sound. There's no oo sound.
But why are you writing in the Syrian script? The Northern Kingdom went into the Assyrian captivity, you assholes.
So that very fact
Something going on.
is, yeah, they busted, man.
You got something real quick.
It's like me showing up with all the chocolate, saying I didn't eat the chocolate.
Right.
The chocolate all over my
over your
face,
face, right,
all
right,
over
right.
my hands.
Right.
I didn't.
Right.
I didn't eat the chocolate.
A black man
Then
did.
they be coming up with these bootleg ass and would-be interpretations, man, because they get questioned on shit like this. That's wrong.
No, they ain't gonna have no answer for this.
No, they
I
had
can't
to-
wait
they
to
had-
engage another one of them fake rabbis and Jewish people. You know, that try to come with them lies and bullshit.
They had this TV show a couple years ago because we always call them out about the Northern Kingdom. Just going back to what Capo was saying, the elder brother Capo was saying about the, you know, all of them just being Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And so they say, these motherfuckers, I'm watching the TV, this was like 5 years ago, man. They get this little bootleg, I wish I could find it, this little bootleg documentary where they went and rounded up these goops, these Ammonites, and tried to say they was Manasseh.
Right.
They was Naphtali and Manasseh. They grabbed these Ammonites, a group of niggas they done paid off, man. These groups, they got them going over there. Amalek through, man. Like this shit just through. That's that
They had on yarmulkes
bootleg
and shit.
interpretation, man.
They had the yarmulkes on, man.
Yeah, bro, they get some goops. This nigga got fresh octopus on his mouth.
on, man.
Talking about him Manasseh.
He just finished eating the rat.
I remember that shit. They
Yeah,
dumped
he got
him
the
off
napkins
plane.
on the wrap. Yeah, they dumped it there.
Yeah, I remember
That's what I was saying. They get these bootleg interpretations, man, and get Hollywood. They get the cameras rolling and shit.
Yeah.
Found them some goops. Get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all through, man.
Right.
Amalek, that was weak, man. That shit was like the elder said. You ain't got no answers.
Yeah, and where they at
So you
today?
make up shit.
What matter of fact, you know, that's another question to ask them. Could you please show us the neighborhood or the area where those people live? Did you put them in their own spot away from everybody else? Or are they mixed in with the, where are they?
Right.
What, you ain't seen them since, man. Shouldn't they should be making
Right.
some noise?
Right.
Shouldn't there be some cameras on them?
We ain't
Yeah.
seen them.
You know, because they use them and sit their ass right back.
Man, yeah.
Gave them their checks,
Gave
wrote
them
them their
checks.
checks and sent them off.
Set them back, man. And
Let
you
them
Israelites,
let them eat rat and all type of defiled
Right.
food.
Them niggas say, how'd he get to them?
And they got no.
but you got those real, the actual Israelites, you niggas that packed up and left from Chicago,
And went to Demona.
went to Demona, you over there next to nuclear reactors, man.
And they fighting in the army, because to be a citizen, you gotta
gotta
fight in the
fight
army.
the army. Yep.
So you niggas went over there to prove that you was Israelites, but you was born Israelites, no doubt about that. Just to fight in the army, that's gonna fight against the Lord.
Go serve, right? You gonna go. You
That's
over there,
crazy.
and right. And I can only imagine how they getting sick and dying over there living next to them nuclear reactors.
Little ass
Nuclear
rod probably
reactors,
don't
man.
work. They done shrunk your rod
Come on, man.
with that nuke.
Over there drinking that coke.
Right. It ain't enough sea moss in the
From Black
world.
Dynamite. They drinking that shit with Black Dynamite. The anaconda.
Yeah, the anaconda
They
ray.
shit go. They fucking y'all stupid ass niggas up, man. That's what you get. That's why the scriptures say never trust our enemy. You shouldn't have went over there.
Well, you know what? That's them type of guys that go their own way and try to come up some other way. Ben Amin is a damn demon.
Right.
Yeah, and
Right, he's a damn demon. He tried to go up some other way. All right, and clearly he was one of them guys from One West who was a flunky. All right, or maybe he learned it secondhand in here in Chicago.
yeah,
Right,
he learned to
he
hear.
learned it from somebody from One West and didn't give him a proper breakdown.
He got
Right,
the
because you are
flee
not,
Babylon,
we're not to right. You flee Babylon is to leave the spirit of Babylon, right? To just say no to her devices, not to actually, you know, get in your car, get on a boat, you know, and try to flee physically, man. That's not what it's talking about. You can't escape your judgment, man.
Not at all.
You know, the Lord put you where He wants you to be. All right, He put you exactly where you wanted to be, man. The Lord brought me back to Chicago in '95, man. And I had no idea that I'd be standing here with these men today. All right? If you'd have told me this, 20 years ago, that this is what I'd be doing, I'd have been like, nigga, you crazy. There's no way on God's green earth that I'd have thought that I'd be doing what I'm doing now, man. But the thing is, though, is that from my teenage years to now, I always believed in the Lord, and I always believed that Israel was a dark race of people. That much I knew, coming out of high school. So that's why I had a hard time with Christianity, because they couldn't admit for some reason. I'm like, why is it so hard to just say that? I didn't get it. Why is it so hard? And I'm reading it, I can see it. I didn't understand the scriptures, but I can clearly see that they describe the people of color. That was easy. I couldn't understand what's so difficult. And so my whole mind said, well, if they can't tell the truth about that, what else are they lying about?
Everything.
So there it is.
Everything. And see, them niggas, because I was talking about this in like the Tuesday class before last, because a couple brothers was asking me about it. And that nigga, Joseph Ben Carter, he supposedly got this deep revelation. Well, he knew he was an Israelite, but he's supposed to got that revelation in Stateville prison, when he was locked up. And then he came and gave it to these niggas in Chicago. But that dude, the other dude, it was in fucking Miami, Ulai Mitchell, fucking Yahweh Ben Yahweh. All those niggas like that who want to get out the land and do this weird shit, they want to take the role of Yahweh Shai. And that's why they had Jake going off like that, man. Fucking Marcus Garvey, they had that Marcus Garvey spirit, man. They want to take the role of the Lord, man. And that's why they had these stupid niggas do that shit.
That's right, brother. And all them men, was trying to or led people to a place they weren't supposed to go.
Absolutely.
All right? And so now you're going to sit over there and you got to serve. You speak in the Yiddish. You ain't even speaking the Hebrew.
Exactly.
All right?
Serving in their
and you got to be an Israeli. Well, they treat you like shit from what I'm told.
Exactly.
All right? They constantly treat you like shit. Because them Ethiopians over there, them Hamites.
That's cold, bro.
Right? Them Hamites, right.
Every week.
Right? Those Hamites that are over there serving, them Hamites, they so weak, they commit suicide all the time from the mistreatment that they get.
Yeah.
Right? So what happened to dwelling in peace and safety alone?
Come on.
It ain't exactly.
Right.
Exactly. The scriptures say the Lord gonna deliver us from our enemies, man.
Come on.
You ain't gonna buy no fucking bus ticket, man. He said he'll deliver them from the lands where he scattered them from. All right, and then, because see, I really know about this shit. I used to deal with these guys early on. They used to come to my crib, try to get me. These niggas used to try to set me up with passports and bitches. Brother, you gotta really go to the land. I really know these guys, bro.
They was on the passport, bro.
They was on that shit back in the day. Yeah, I'm talking about back in 2007.
Yeah.
Like these niggas really used to try to hook me up with this shit. And it's like, nah, man, I don't think, I ain't dealing with these niggas.
Right.
And then, the scriptures say, you're supposed to have a beard. These niggas they all had no beard, man. They was wilding out, man. They was all shaved and shit. I'm like, man, there's something wrong with these niggas.
Lord, I'm gonna deliver you from the land of the north.
Exactly. So I always knew in the spirit they was wrong, and I just shied away from them and led to this, but them niggas bugged out, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 52 and verse 12. For ye shall not go out with haste, nor go by flight, for Yahweh will go before you, and the power of Israel will be your reward.
That's fire.
So, hey, you ain't got to get no passport, catch a plane, and Lord, ain't none of that, man. How about Shemel Shai gonna deliver us? They say by the strangeness, say they shall be amazed by the strangeness of their salvation, man.
And not only that, man, hey, it costs thousands of dollars to get from fucking here to it costs a lot of money. Think you got that type of money. Flying around like that.
I had a precept to the deceitfulness. Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide the counsel of the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who see us? Who know us? So I wonder how Esau takes our teachings and put himself in our place, and put us as the wicked.
He turns everything upside down.
Shimon, you had one? Johnny had one.
I quoted in Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day
I rise up to the
that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
So I guess Ben Amin and the rest of them guys didn't read that scripture.
Right?
No they didn't read that scripture at all. He said, wait unto him until he saw. Has the Lord rose up to all the nations yet?
Hell
No.
He's still gathering. He's gathering them right now.
Y'all trying to shortchange the Lord, man. You can't shortchange the Lord. The Lord said he gonna take me. He just said, hey, he said, I will not meet them as a man. He said, I will look upon every eye shall see him, even those that pierce me. You niggas trying to do that. Y'all trying to downplay the Lord in his glory.
Y'all, they don't have faith. At the end of the day, they have no faith, man. Because at the end of the day, you have to have faith. You have to believe that the Lord's going to come and redeem us, man.
Come on, man.
That's right.
Come on, man.
Faith
And not
yeah.
take matters into your own hands. At the end of the day, it's the Lord's going to do all these things, man. These niggas, wow.
They just want to be a man.
Shit, Romans 9 tells you that his name is to get his name back, bro. All this rising of Pharaoh is also his name can be pushed.
For his name's sake.
Con, let me read this real quick. This is Ezekiel 39 and 9. Because when we were there, we didn't read this. And it reads, and they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth and shall set fire and burn the weapons, both the shields and bucklers and bows and arrows and handstaves and spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years. All weapons, the Israelis been collecting weapons. Iron Dome, they got home weapon manufacturers already. You know, I did a video where it's funny, and the whole time the video I had the Israeli weapon with the weapon manufacturer, but why they put up their own thing. Right. They put up their own thumbnail. I do videos like all the time. I put up something, and then when the video go up, the thumbnail was not put out, and then it clicks, and then you see it.
Right.
I'm like, this some bull. They do that shit to me all the time.
You gotta get that YouTube studio, man.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll put up something that's revealing on the thumbnail.
Right.
But
right.
they'll put up their own thumbnail.
Right.
They're like, oh no, we gotta change that. You know? or I'll put it up and it's had a certain image on the screen the entire time. Right. And then there'll be a commercial that comes on for 2 seconds and I click it off and then the thumbnail will be the commercial face. It's like, look at this shit, man.
Yeah, we gotta get that YouTube.
Devil.
It's like the elder, if I may, because like the elder was saying, Israel has accumulated all these weapons. Guess who paid for those weapons? American tax dollars.
Dumbass Americans.
All right? All right, while we getting taxed, out the wazoo. Hey, man, all type of shit. There's taxes on taxes on taxes. That's all going to Israel, man.
Yep.
And that's why these blue-blooded Edomite Americans are fucking pissed off because they know that their tax dollars are going towards Israel and Ukraine. So for every homeless American you see, they don't have to be like that.
Nope. Well, look, what has it been so far? Almost 100 billion?
To Ukraine alone.
$100 billion could have built facilities in every major city to house the homeless, man.
Come on now.
Every one of them.
Yeah, come on now.
From Chicago, from New York, Chicago to LA, and everything in between, man. All right, and give them jobs. Hey, you got enough veterans. Look, brother, you got, come on over, Big Ox, so you can say what you was gonna say. But you got, there was enough money to build housing for them or big complexes. Then you could have hired all these jobless veterans to do security in them to make sure things stay in order.
Security, janitorial.
Yeah, they could have did all that, you know, to keep the women from the men and make sure it's order and all that shit is kept. They could have this with all that money, but no.
Come on.
That sounds too much like right. That's what my mother used to say.
My dad used to tell me that all the time. I know you didn't do it, nigga.
That was an old statement.
Because it's too much like right.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. I ain't have to see you, nigga.
They say it takes a fraction of that to house the people, man. It don't take $100 billion to cure the homelessness, the hunger, all right, and the jobs, and the infrastructure that they need.
Come on.
Because they open up a big ass high school for all the immigrants, man.
Yeah.
If you could do that at the spur of the moment, you could do that. You could have been did it, man. It don't take that much goddamn money, man.
Oh
They
shit.
said,
No, go ahead, bro.
now they said they actually found in the homeless that they found them like different.
What they gonna pay you with?
Nothing.
Exactly.
They gonna put them in jail.
Right. What they gonna pay you with?
Put you in jail, man. Shit is crazy.
Hey, I got to say, they closing down another Walmart in Homewood. That's a super center.
That's a
They
concentration
about to
camp.
close that down.
Yeah.
Actually, they started today to give all the sales. And they gonna be ending by tomorrow. You know, people are going to that trade, buying up everything.
That shit over.
Yeah, they close, and that's a big ass Walmart.
That's gonna be a concentration
Yeah,
camp.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like the brother was saying, man. All right, all that money, all them tax dollars, it could have went to help Americans, man. All right, but what? There's an agenda at hand, man. That's right. All right.
You got more empty fucking houses than there is homeless people.
Hey, over half of the Trump Tower is empty. Over half of the Trump Tower is empty.
They can probably house.
Give me an apartment on the shore.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll take an apartment on
Right on the river wall,
facing the
too?
river wall.
Motherfucking Gold Coast. Put me next to that Viagra Triangle. 500 a month, I got you. For the studio, I got you.
God knows
You know?
I got it.
Hey, but these are the things that are going on, and that's why these Edomites are getting so upset. And that's why I truly believe this next election, shit finna go up. Shit finna go, because if Kamala
There's
Harris...
so many things.
If they put Kmart in, because Trump, he getting ready to run again. If they put Kmart in ahead of Trump, these you gonna see a whole lot of Jeeps with a lot of shotguns,
A lot of
Confederate flags
pickup
around this
trucks.
Yeah.
With motherfuckers hanging off the back.
You gonna see a lot of pickup trucks around this
glory
motherfucker,
flying
man.
off that motherfucker.
Shotguns and
On real.
AR-15s up the yin-yang.
You about to see a lot of pickup trucks around this motherfucker from Indiana. I'm talking about Chicago. You gonna see a lot of pickup trucks around this motherfucker, man, because they suspect that they're gonna put Kamala in, because they showed you that on The Simpsons. When Lisa Simpson became president, she had on a purple blazer and a pearl necklace. When Kamala Harris was dubbed the vice president, she had on a purple blazer and pearl necklaces. Man.
Next
All right?
time Joe fall, he done.
And you know what?
Joe ain't tickets, bro.
And The Simpsons has been the premier predictive programming show, the premier one,
Yeah.
above all others.
Yeah. Mike
Yeah.
Judge.
All right, everything that they show you,
That nigga Mike
and
Judge,
you know,
dude.
people make jokes, all right, about conspiracy this and conspiracy that. Hey, the conspiracy folks is winning that.
Every time.
Hey,
Because everything that was shown in The Simpsons, all that shit came for real, man.
And just like the elder brother Benji said, conspiracy, yes. Theory, no.
Exactly.
Yes, it's a conspiracy, but it's not a fucking theory. These things are happening right before your eyes, but it's all thus said the Lord, thus said the Holy Bible.
right.
And we not here to persuade you niggas. You don't believe us, fuck you. Leave.
That's right. That's it.
I bet it's gonna be written. That's why the brother read earlier. They will know that a prophet has been among them.
When these
Right.
when these
Ain't a
lights,
fucking show.
when these lights go out and these troops walking down these streets,
Come on.
it ain't no damn police.
Right.
They gonna find out then.
All you hear is screams.
Right.
Then the famine gonna kick in.
Right.
Then you can't get your fucking drugs no more.
Right.
Or rather they, Ray them smoking blunts, or niggas really psyched out on these meds, man.
Yeah.
That be all on these trains and shit bugged out all night.
Weekend.
Yeah.
I be scared I'm gonna hurt somebody on the red line. I try
Always, me too. I try
to
get
avoid
on
the
this
red
one.
line, man.
That red line, you
Hold on,
gonna
wait.
fuck somebody else.
Lock it. We're not scared we're gonna get hurt. We're scared we might hurt somebody.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
I know someone that's related. Her brother is on meds, but he wasn't taking his meds. He took himself to the hospital. He said, "I'm about to do something to somebody." He took himself to the hospital because he knew that because he didn't have his meds, he was gonna really hurt somebody.
Yes.
That's right.
Damn.
Spirit created for vengeance.
Yeah, somebody get that.
Please.
Quick one, real quick.
Go ahead, bring it
Please.
out.
Romans 3:3. It says, "For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Most High forbid. Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome without our judge."
Right, and that's us, a so-called, as we say, hiding behind the scriptures. Because the Lord gonna be proven right, at the end of the day. And these words are gonna be proven right. He said in his book, he said these words are faithful and they are true.
He's been nothing but true. And for all Slakia, I gotta get on these niggas, you upstarts. You Wi-Fi niggas, y'all ain't got it.
Add water Israelites.
You ain't got it, man. You add water Israelite, you ain't fucking got it. You made a 5-hour fucking video.
That little dinosaur.
Right, about the fucking
put this water on
MOTV.
it.
Hey man, you niggas ain't got it, man. You ain't got it. 5 hours and you still got it wrong. Asshole, you ain't got it, man. Everything is going digital. What the fuck you talking about? If the MOTB ain't the Karag mod, nigga, you going off. You going off, man.
Hey, look, you got two of your members, all right, you got a portion of the congregation talking about they believe that RFID is the Karag, man.
The Lord gonna break that shit up.
Yep.
Come on, man.
The Lord, and matter of fact, the Lord gonna break up all these fake camps, man. And whoever may be of the elect is gonna come out of them.
Let's go. Right.
We've been saying it. It's gonna actually start happening, man.
That's when the influx come in. That's when the book of Acts come in. That's when the fucking miracles turn up, man. Hey, the Lord is gonna reveal it.
We're gonna need them for what's about to come, man.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
when I saw that damn beetle reanimate and start walking around,
Come
man.
on, man.
You know,
I've been watching the last.
it's a fucking dead, yeah.
I've been
And,
watching.
and it was with a fucking fungus.
Yeah.
And if you ain't been watching The Last of Us, you going to fuck off, man.
Damn, I gotta start watching.
So, so I'm like, God damn.
Hey, you know what's funny? And you know I don't even.
Well, they
get
talking about a fungus, a new epidemic coming, and it's related to fungus.
Fucking fungus.
All right.
Hey, that's a
And they already
man.
making a vaccination for it. All right. CDC put out a warning about 3-4 days ago to prepare. CDC, somebody look it up. See if it says it. The CDC put out, because it gave a date, February it was a couple days ago. But CDC put out a warning to prepare for a zombie apocalypse. You know, and then in the same day, I saw that damn beetle, that dead beetle. All right,
the
with
Night
half his
King
guts
hit him.
gone.
The Night
right,
King
like,
hit him.
Exactly.
Come on.
He hit him with the ice spear. That motherfucker stood up.
Hey, no, and you know what's crazy? With my full-blown heart, you know, I don't even make eye contact with the nigga woman, man, at all. But it's this one that I talk to. She always be with the group of white hoes I be chopping it up with. And they was like, Kill, what you doing? I said, man, I'm finna go the fuck home. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna watch TV. And the damn nigga woman grabbed me. She said, what? You should watch The Last of Us, or whatever the fuck the show is. And I said, she said, it's a good show. And I just walked off. I said, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. The bitch said out of nowhere, we wasn't talking about nothing toward that.
Yeah.
The spirit on that show, man.
Yeah.
This is from the National Geographic.
Read it, put it in the camera.
The National Geographic says how a parasitic fungus turns ants into zombies. The deadly parasite's grand finale involves sending toxic spores blooming from the dead ant's head. All right? So this is play that real quick.
That nigga
And I
woke
saw
up like
this.
Brian Pumper.
I saw this years ago. These ants will eat this fungus, and then the parasite will go to the ant's brain and make them like zombies. Just the ants are just doing shit that they wouldn't normally do. And then when the parasite is done with them, they actually tunnel a hole through their head and leave.
Hey, a couple years ago, there was a video going viral of the military, the U.S. military teaching their troops about the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it
Years
is.
ago.
Now see if you can find the one with the beetle.
Okay.
Or anybody find a warning from the CDC?
Yeah. It's in the CDC.
So you got National Geographic.
Right.
And this was
You
years
got
ago.
the CDC,
Which is recent.
all right. You got this beetle shit, and then you got them openly admitting on the media that there's a new threat of a fungus-related pandemic that they already are preparing, vaccines for.
That's a conspiracy, brother.
You niggas are so stupid, man. And you gonna pay for that.
Read it, then show, put it on the.
Go ahead, Fox. It's your turn.
From the CDC website, read it, brother.
It says the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has a guide to help people to survive a zombie apocalypse.
Right. So why would they put out a guide to survive? Why would the CDC,
The fucking CDC.
all right, which I call Center of Disease Creation,
Yeah.
but why would the CDC put out such a video? Go ahead.
But in an effort to help people become better prepared to withstand natural disasters and other unforeseen events, such as the COVID-19 pandemic or the extreme winter weather in Texas. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention put together a tongue-in-cheek but legitimately used guide to help people know what items they need to ensure that they are ready to face anything.
Hey, where's that guy? I want to get my hands on that guy, man.
Come on, it's the scripture.
See what? No, I want to get my hands on
Right,
that
right,
guy,
I know.
so I can put them on blast.
Right.
Because the wisdom and stability shall be,
Stability
the
is our
stability
time.
of our
And strength
times.
of
I
thy
believe that's
salvation.
Isaiah 33:6, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, bring it up.
That's our guy right there. But I want to get my hands on that guy.
To
Could you show
debunk
that
it.
to the camera so they can see that that's
gonna
coming?
debunk that
That's
shit.
coming from the CDC.
It's the fungus from the Last of Us.
Yes.
You gotta
Damn.
show people that
Yes,
the
it
white
is.
man sick.
You got to. That's what they gonna believe.
That's all. You gotta show people that the white man sick.
Yeah, exactly. You got to show them
You
that.
gotta show 'em.
Yeah, it is real.
Yeah.
And Esau been working on it. Esau been perfecting it.
Hey, like you said, 50 something years now of zombie movies, man.
Come on now.
50 years of zombie movies.
Come on now.
Still making.
But,
Right?
Hey, wait. Why in the fuck would billionaires make underground bunkers to get away from something? They have billions of dollars. They can hire the best state-of-the-art security. They can hire the best fucking robots. They can do all that shit. Why would they want to get away? Why would they want to get away from in plain sight? Why would they want to go underground? Why would they want to go in caves? Why would they go in the sea? Because they're going to release some shit that's going to be like, hey, if the Lord ain't with you, if the Psalms 91 blessing ain't on you, your ass is smoke. You cook, bro.
Yep.
You cook.
And that Last of Us video game, when it first came out, was in 2013. So they already was showing a lot of this stuff of what's going on in that game, and it went already over people's heads.
And you know what? You know what too? Now think about it. In that Gears of War game, those things that were coming from underground that they were fighting, whatever was happening to their race, it was the same shit. That was they were calling them the Lambent. No, the Lambent. You had the locusts. You had the Lambent. The Lambent were infected locusts.
Yep.
So they were at war. That's why they were coming up to the surface, trying to take the surface over.
Yep.
And got into a fight with humans.
Yep.
But they weren't really trying to. They were just trying to get away from those motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Because the Lambent, were just zombied out.
Right.
And they just kill you and infect you. So even if you beat them, you still get infected. Right. So it's the same. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, that shit. There it is, man.
Yep. Been telling people for a long time that this stuff is coming, and Jake refused to listen. Jake don't want to listen to shit, but hey, y'all gonna listen when it happen, and then it's gonna be too fucking late.
Right. And they told you Game of Thrones when it's coming.
And the brother Mataz made a point about that game coming out 2013. The CDC originally published it in 2011, man. So they be having those wicked workings in the works, man. Years in advance.
Show that on the camera, just don't see it, brother.
Yeah. Hey, show them receipts, man. And this is what we up against.
CDC published Preparedness 101, Zombie Apocalypse to the Public Health Matters blog in 2011.
Shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Right. At the end of the day, this knowledge, wisdom, understanding is what's going to get us through.
Right.
Not no survival kit. Not you storing 100 things, bottles of waters. It's nothing wrong with that, but what? This has to be, how about you now? Try has to be your treasure.
Right. What's that Jake that he always on the treadmill working out?
Yeah.
He doing weights, but he got a samurai sword on his hip the whole time.
He'll be the first one taken out.
Right.
The Spirit of the Lord be not with
Then he always up in the camera pulling the sword and putting it back.
Right.
No, I mean that's cool and all.
Right.
But bro,
Yeah.
Hey,
it's gonna be a lot of cold ass niggas that's gonna get put to death.
Right.
I say it again. It's gonna be a lot of cold ass niggas. They gonna get put to death first, man. It's not about that, man. If the fear of the Lord ain't with you, man, you cooked, man. You are cooked. That's just it.
Yeah, it's all about serving the Lord, man.
That's it.
Believing in the Lord. First and foremost, above everything. Hold on, this brother had a precept. He had one too.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. That's the time we're in now. though it tarry, wait for it, because it will not, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So there you go. During that time, man, when the highest is beginning to visit the earth.
That's right. The water Yahweh Bashim Shai. We like, hurry up, please.
Please.
And I hope that all y'all praying for this to happen every day.
Every day.
I'm praying for the destruction of this place and for us to get out of here every day, man. Please continue to expose these people. I pray with curses upon their health, their wealth, their well-being, their mental state, everything, man. Bring them down. Destroy this place. All right? Please. Baba Shah. We're going to get ready to wrap it up. Bring out the last scripture.
Sirach 39:1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecy.
That's right. Be occupied in prophecy, man. That's the spirit of Yahweh Shai. It tells us in the Bible to search out our fathers. All right? And our fathers did what? They followed the Lord, man. So go ahead.
This is Isaiah 9:20. And he should snatch on the right hand and should be hungry. And he should eat on the left hand and they should not be satisfied. Right. They should eat every man the flesh of his own arm. So hey, these people gonna be eating themselves because what are they gonna get? This zombie apocalypse that's coming? These people are gonna be bugged out. All of this stuff
it's gonna be a lot of cannibals out here, and a lot of cannibals gonna get infected with shit too.
Yep.
Not to mention, we don't know what's gonna happen with the people who take the MOTB on that. So you got the people who took the Udig, who gonna be victims of accidents of blood clot 19.
Blood clot.
So they might be the ones walking around and shit. Right. We don't know what's gonna happen with them. Plus the people who take the MOTB.
Right.
That sword, that pussy, that sword. We don't know what that's gonna do to them.
Right.
And I imagine most of the people that's gonna take the MOTB, a big good majority of them also, were victims of the vaccine.
Right.
Right.
That's the prelude to
So so we don't know what. And then you got all these zombie apocalypse warnings since 2011. All right. And plus 50 years of zombie movies.
50.
That
World War Z.
Hey, one of my favorites is the 28 days later.
Oh yeah,
28 weeks later.
Yeah, that was good.
Those are horrific.
Yeah,
because they ain't just.
No,
them motherfuckers is. They got rage.
They had that rage virus on them.
They got rage to them, man.
And also that it's a new Resident Evil game coming out. With the parasites, controlling people.
See, and that movie and that series, The Last of Us, the parasite is actually intelligent. It communicates with the other infected to let them know
where you at. Like they over there.
Yes.
Like a shark.
So they come,
blood, man.
Yes. So here it is. You fucking.
Hey, well, even toward the end of The Walking Dead,
I was gonna say,
the walkers started learning how to climb and open doors. Because before you could just close the door and you be on the inside and they just out there.
Right.
Now these motherfuckers is checking locks.
Right.
Picking up shit, breaking windows. Yeah. Right. They actually start developing.
Yeah.
You like shit, because when the people saw them doing that shit, they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
When they start doing that, you get up on top of something and think you safe, and all of a sudden one of them start climbing.
Right.
Yeah. Like, oh shit.
Right.
When they start doing that, so because one thing's for sure, even in nature, viruses always change and evolve and mutate. That's what I was looking for.
Adapt.
All right. Hey, so just like these prophecies are starting to mutate, they starting to happen at a more of a rapid pace, man. That's right. Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, conquered us.